with me to meet Stray Kids. No, get ready with me to perform with Stray Kids. It doesn't even sound real hearing these words come out my mouth. Like this doesn't sound real, but it's real. I'm currently in New York and today I'm going to perform for YouTube's brandcast event. I barely slept last night. I was like so anxious and oh my gosh, I don't know if caffeine is good for me because I'm literally already shaking, but I need the energy for today. Basically, they asked us to perform for this event under the premise that this was going to be like a K-pop cover tribute stage for YouTube. Specifically asked us to perform S-Class by Stray Kids, but they didn't really give us any specifications beyond that. What's even wilder to me was that I originally turned down the opportunity because there was a weekend, a mandatory rehearsal, and I couldn't make it because I was supposed to be celebrating my friend's birthday. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if I missed? Oh god. The whole thing was a little bit sus because I knew that the event was happening in New York and I did see that Stray Kids were in New York at the same time. So I figured there was a non-zero possibility that, I don't know, they would make an appearance, but I did not expect them to show up the way that they did. Literally, I'm like replaying this moment in my mind over and over again, but we were running the dance and there's one part where we're on our, like, down on one knee and we're looking down and we're like holding that position for a little bit. And then I just hear like a bunch of feet like running into the room and I was like, oh my god, what's going on? Like, this isn't part of the dance. And then I look up and it's Hyunjin. I genuinely, like, can you imagine? Like, you're running the dance, you look up, like, this sounds like straight out of a Wattpad story. You look up, and it's Hyunjin dancing, right? I didn't, like, even in a fan fiction, I feel like people would be like, oh my god, that's so cheesy. Like, that would never happen. It happened. Bitch, it happened. At that point, I was like, I could not finish the rest of the dance. I was on the floor. I was in a fetal position. I was rocking back and forth. I was sobbing, like, genuinely. I feel like, you know, as a fan, you dream of the moment where you meet, like, your idols and you think about, like, oh, I'm not gonna, like, panic. I'm gonna be really cool, calm, and collected. I'm gonna be special. No, bitch, no, you're not. Basically, the, like, production team wanted to keep it a surprise to, like, get our reactions, but everyone else in Hush just kept on dancing. I was like, and then, oh my god, my friends were also like, bitch, get up, like, finish the dance. I'm like, do you see? And it was really funny because afterwards, like, one of the staff members went up to us and she was like, you know, like, we were like trying to get your reactions, but you guys just like kept dancing and stayed really professional. Staff were also so nice and funny. There was one point where I was like kind of standing off to the side, whispering to my friends because they didn't seem real. At the crew members went up to me and she was like, are you gonna stand here hiding in the corner or are you actually gonna go up and talk to them? I was like, I'm allowed to go talk to them? She's like, yeah, like, go talk to them. I was like, it feels so unreal. Hyunjin was like dancing to Lose My Breath. Me and my friends were talking about it earlier, like, oh my god, we like didn't have a chance to learn the dance before we came to this performance. So I went up to him and I was like, oh, do you want to teach it to us? Because he was like, I can't believe I said that. I was like, oh, do you want to teach it to us? And he's like, yeah, of course. And he like, and guys, we got like a private lesson from Hyunjin. How many people in the world can say that? Kind of felt really weird because they were just so chill to talk to. I talked a little bit with Chan and I don't know what I expected, but it was like, he was a great conversationalist. And then, oh my god, I asked, you know, and Jisung if they watched Freerun and they were like, no. And I was like, oh, like, you know, like, the opening's really good. It's like sung by Yoasobi. And then Jisung's like, oh my god, Yoasobi. And I was like, yeah, I feel like you would really like it. Like, can you believe I talked about anime with them? Like, genuinely, I feel like they would really like Freerun. It's actually really crazy because I'm like, you know, like, the Delulu is the Solulu mindset, right? So I have a notes app of like everything I would want to ask the members if I ever had the opportunity to talk to them, which I expected would be never. So it was just like kind of random thought. I can't believe I actually had to like put her to use today, like, literally, not yesterday. Something else that I've thought about before, but like the thought of having them watch me dance is like a little bit intimidating. But it was really nice because, you know, when you're doing a K-pop cover and you're learning to dance, there are a lot of the times where you don't know like exactly what the details are meant to be, and so you kind of have to set your own standardizations. But now we could just ask them. You know, one of the production team members asked me, like, oh, how does it feel to be performing on the same stage as your faves? And I was like, you know, can't even say this is like a dream come true because performing on the same stage as Stray Kids is not something I ever dreamt about. Like, I never even like considered it within the realm of possibility. It's like pretty hard for me to process like what exactly is happening right now. I just can't stop feeling so lucky and so grateful for this opportunity. Even before yesterday when we found out Stray Kids were gonna be there, I already felt like so grateful to be experiencing this whole thing because literally like I'm in New York just like being silly and dancing. This has already been an amazing experience. We also like got to work with Kyle Hanagami, which is super special to me because I literally like grew up watching his dance videos. So cool. So yeah, I'm making sure to not take anything for granted. I'm gonna finish getting ready and I'll show you guys the final look. Here is the final makeup look. I'm just gonna finish with a little bit of a lip tint, but oh my gosh, this is the makeup look that I will be wearing to go perform at Skiz. We have some stage rehearsals in the afternoon and then the performance will be this evening. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, nervous, anxious, all of the above. Yeah, this doesn't feel real, but thank you so much for getting ready with me. I'll keep you guys updated. So my heart rate right now is like